Hey everyone, Tim Heinrich with Team Rev, and today we're talking Motivation Monday. We're talking about the idea that there is no perfect way to do it. For those of you perfectionists out there, this one's really for you, and you can apply this to anything in your life. But I'm going to speak specifically about your workouts today, and I'm going to use the workout Insanity as a good point of reference here. Now, if you've ever done this program, or if you ever thought about doing this program, Insanity is a very challenging workout program, okay? Even if you're an elite athlete and you're in really good shape, this one's gonna really push you, and you're not gonna be perfect at it the first time around. Now, if you approach a program like this with a perfectionist mindset, thinking to yourself, I need to do everything exactly like the people on the DVD and just as fast as them, and if anything, I should be even less tired than them by the end. Well, this is a very high standard to hold yourself up to from the very get-go, and it's very unlikely you'll be able to do this from the first workout. You know, even from just a learning standpoint, you're going to be a little bit behind. And if you're holding yourself to a standard that you have to do it perfectly, otherwise it's a failure, you're setting yourself up for a lot of negative emotions, a lot of fear, a lot of insecurity, a lot of anxiety, because you're basically saying to yourself that if I don't do it perfect, it's a failure, and I'm a failure. And that's totally going to hold you back more than anything that you could possibly do. I mean, a lot of times as perfectionists, we tend to think that that mentality is what makes us strive for perfection and strive to be a very high level and put a very high standard in our lives. But what we don't realize is we could grow so much faster and become so much better if we would focus more on the growth process rather than that mountaintop that we think we need to get to, that peak. That's our only focus, is getting there. So we miss the entire journey. We don't enjoy the process along the way. It takes us longer to get there. And when we do get there, we come to a realization, we're like, oh, what do I do now? I've gotten to this level that I wanted to get to, now what? That's why it's important to realize that there's never a perfect way to do it. There is always room for growth. And when you take the time to focus on the growth rather than this idealistic standard of what is perfect, which is something that we've fabricated in our own minds, there's always something we can do better. Even if you get to a point where you're keeping up with all the Insanity workouts and you're doing great and you're not having to take any breaks, you can always tighten your core a little bit more. You can always go a little bit further into the movements. You can always get a little bit better cardio shape. There's always room for improvement, and that's what keeps you coming back. That's what's so exciting about this process, is that there's never an end to it. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you can continually improve to. You never get to a peak standard and then there's nothing else for you to do. This is all about the growing process and the fact that there is no perfect way to do it, and the only way you do the sort of growth that you want and to get to the sort of standard that you're looking for is to let go of that perfectionist, idealistic point of view. So that's my advice for you. Focus on the growth. Focus on how you're doing week to week, the little improvements every single day, because they're there if you look closely enough for them. Even just in your mental process alone, we stop beating ourselves up so much, we start enjoying the process, and overall, that's how this becomes a lifestyle. That's how this becomes an enjoyable part of your life, and you don't look at exercise as some sort of negative means to an end, something that you don't look forward to, but you know you have to get through. It becomes something that you embrace and that you look forward to doing every single day. That's what I want for you. This is all about a lifestyle. It's not about some 90-day or 60-day challenge. It's about making this part of your life and feeling good on a day-to-day basis. So try that out today. If you have questions or comments, put them in the description box in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great Monday. Talk to you next time.